Hello, dear students, welcome back to the NCERT science class of 10th standard. Dear students, we are going to study the acid, base and salts. In the previous class, we have studied about the chemical properties of acids, bases and salts, acid and bases only. Later we will study about the salts. Dear students, today we are going to study the strength of acids. The very first one, dear students, the very first concept, that is strong acids. See, the acids are of different types of acids are present. Number of acids are present, number of bases are present. See, we can say that the acids are strong, acids are means bases are strong, acids are weak. Like that we can say the different, we can give the different strength to the acids. So the different acids are present. For which acid we are calling the strong acid? For which acid we are calling the weak acid? Today that we are going to study here, that is strong acids. Those acids, strong acids are those acids which ionizes completely in the aqueous solution. The acids which ionizes completely in the aqueous solution, such acids are called as the strong acids. The acids which ionizes completely, for example, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, these are the strong acids. How can we say? See, that which ionizes completely in the aqueous solution. For example, suppose, see here, hydrochloric acid is here, HCl. When we add into the aqueous solution, that will ionize this H plus Cl minus ions. That is, the HCl will ionize this completely. The acids which ionizes completely and produces the H plus ions in the aqueous solution. The acids which ionizes completely and produces the H plus ions in the aqueous solution, such acids are called as the strong acids. The example, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. The next, dear students, next come to the weak acids. The acids which ionizes partially. See the example, CH3COOH, acetic acid, phosphoric acid. These, they will not ionize completely and they will not produce the H plus ions. The acids which will not produce the H plus ions completely, such acids are called as the weak acids. Next, come to the next topic, next concept, that is strong base. Strong base, the base which ionizes completely in the aqueous solution and produces the hydroxide ion or OH minus ion. The bases which ionizes completely and produces the OH minus ions in the aqueous solution. The example, that is NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. Next, potassium hydroxide. See how we can say that strong acid it is. See, NaOH, that will ionizes into the Na plus OH minus ions completely. That will ionizes and produces the OH minus ions completely. Such bases are called as the strong bases. The base which ionizes completely and produces the OH minus ions, such bases are called as the strong bases. The example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. Next, come to the weak bases. The base or the base which will ionize partially, in the aqueous solution, such bases are called as the weak bases. For example, ammonium hydroxide. Next, calcium hydroxide, that will not produce the OH minus ion completely, that will not produce the hydroxide ions in the aqueous when we add it to the aqueous solution. The next come to the next concept, that is, dear students, basicity of acid. Next, acidity of base. Here, dear students, basicity of acid. See here, when acids are added into the aqueous solution or water, it will ionize completely or partially. they will produce the H plus ions depending on their strength. The number of, see what happens here, basicity of acid. We can define the basicity of acid is as, that is number of replaceable hydrogen ions present in an acid. The number of replaceable hydrogen ion present in an acid is called as the basicity of acid. Mind it, basicity of acid. That is the tendency of an acid by which it releases the or it replaces the number of hydrogen ion. That tendency is called as the basicity of acid. For example, here hydrochloric acid is here. That hydrochloric acid that will produce a HCl, that will give H plus Cl minus. That is one hydrogen ion it replaces. That's why we can say that monobasic acid. HCl is a monobasic acid because mono means single. That it replaces only one hydrogen ion. The next H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. It replaces the H2 ions, 2 hydrogen ions. Yes, here phosphoric acid it replaces 3 hydrogen ions. That's why that HCl is a monobasic acid, sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid, next phosphoric acid is a tribasic acid, we can say that. On that same way, when we go to the bases, that is acidity of base, see we can define the number of replaceable hydroxide ions. The number of replaceable hydroxide ions. For example, here see sodium hydroxide, it replaces only one hydroxide ions, hydroxyl ions. Here it replaces calcium hydroxide, it replaces the 2 hydrogen ions. OH minus ions. It replaces the, here see sodium hydroxide replaces the 1 hydroxide ion and calcium hydroxide replaces 2 hydroxide ions. Next, dear students, come to the next point, that is in which aspect acids and bases are common. See dear students, when you see the acids are totally opposite to the base. See, acids are sour to taste, bases are bitter to taste. Yes, the differences are there. Number of differences are there in the acids and bases. They are totally opposed to one another. See, but a single common property is there. In case of acids and base, only one common property is there. That is, both acids and bases conduct electricity or produces the ions. See, when we add the acids in water, see what happens here. HCl that will be dissociate into the H plus and Cl minus ion, and that will be combined with the, that is H2O molecule that forms the H3O molecule, H3O ion, and chlorine will be separate out, hydronium ion. The next, when we add the base in water, it will produce the Na plus and OH minus ions. HCl produces first H plus and Cl minus ion. That H plus will combine with a water molecule and form the hydronium ion. Isn't it? It means if we have passed the electric current, or if we are connected to the electric circuit by keeping a bulb and in the electric circuit, when we on the switch, then what happens here? The bulb will glow. See what happens, dear students? Both acids and base conduct electricity in the aqueous solution because both acids and bases are produces the ions in the aqueous solution. That it is only one common behavior or the common property that acids and bases have. Isn't it? Next, dear students, The strength of acids and bases in one more way, that is strength of acids and bases. See, we are measuring the strength of acids and bases with a scale that is called as the pH scale. We are measuring the strength of acids and bases. We are measuring the strength of acids and bases with a scale that is called as the pH scale. pH scale. See, pH, where P is nothing but the P means potenge, the German word potenge, which means power. Potenge means power. The next, also we can define the pH scale, we can also define, or the strength of acid we can define, that is negative logarithm to the base 10 of hydrogen ion concentration. pH scale we can define, the pH scale of acids we can define, the negative logarithm to the base 10 of hydrogen ion concentration, isn't it? That is the strength of acids, or strength of acids we can measure with a negative logarithm to the base 10 of the hydrogen ion concentration. Next, dear students, in its pH scale, the pH scale runs from 0 to 14. See here what happens, dear students, on pH scale we will see, on pH scale we are seeing the different reading. It begins with 0 and ends at 14, and at the 7, at the middle, the 7 is a. See what happens in the pH scale? pH scale runs from 0 to 14. pH scale runs from 0 to 14, like that. pH scale runs from 0 to 14. At the middle, the 7 is there. See what happens, dear students, for acidic solution. For acidic solution, the reading, that is, it begins from 0 to 7. Whatever the solution which shows the reading below the 7 or in between the 0 and 7, then that solution we can say that the solution is an acidic solution. If in a pH scale the reading shows above the 7 and below the 14, it means in between the 7 and 14, we can say that the given solution is basic. If the reading appears exact at the 7, then we can say that the solution is neutral. The solution is neutral. The next, dear students, that we are using in the form of pH scale, we are using a universal indicator, that is pH paper we can say. On the pH paper, we will get the different colors of bands. Different colors of bands that he has given in your textbook. That is very important. That on the pH paper, if we put the drops of that solution, it will give the respective colors of that based on the strength of hydrogen ion concentration. That's all about the today's class. We will study in the next class. Thank you.